Now, in case you guys hadn't heard the details, or if you hadn't heard anything that has been going on lately, um, let me tell you and fill you in. Now, all these smash and grab burglaries that happened about 4 or 5 months ago that people just forgotten about. Nordstrom's was hit. All these luxury stores was all of a sudden targeted, right? Guys finding sledgehammers, doing whatever they could to smash it, and people are going and grabbing things on the streets. In California, it was large. In Illinois, it was very large. Louis Vuitton, Hermes stores, all hit. All of these people were suffering, right? And it was like, man, these smash and grabs, and they was the law just protects these guys. Look at this dude running down the street with some damn Louis Vuittons. So now, look at this. I stated it back then. I said, oh, here we go. This is the new wave. Saint Laurent, Jen's glasses, Max Herd's jewelries, Hermes, Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Bloomingdale's, Burberry, and even Walgreens got hit. Damn, Walgreens? All of these stores were getting hit in the San Francisco Valley. And they mysteriously was hitting all of these same type of stores here in Illinois. Oh, thank you, Dupree. Your boy Sino is fresh out the hospital, man. Fresh out the hospital. So I'm gonna fill you all in on what happened. But I'm fresh out the hospital. I'm gonna let y'all know on the Patreon, all the VIPs, y'all get caught up on it. I'm gonna fill y'all all in. No, Gummy ain't had nothing to do with it. He couldn't afford to do nothing like that. But it was very strange. Now, we're gonna get back to this. Um, yeah, well, when you start looking into Illinois' situation with all of these different laws and things that they put in place, the Illinois governor signed a bill that's basically going to hinder everything that you're going to change about common law, the smash and grab law. Anybody does any little petty crime now is going to be anything over $300 is going to be something massive. So if you take someone's iPhone, the kid takes an iPhone damn near, he's going to be facing jail time immediately. Smash and grab. Yep. Mayor Pritzker, I mean, not mayor, but Governor Pritzker, this organized crime. We arrest the ringleaders. It was organized. It was organized worldwide so that they can go ahead and target all of these robbery suspects, supposedly, All these people are the minions and the low end people from the other people who set this up. All of these high end luxury stores laxed on security, had their security laxed on that day because they knew they were staging robberies. They knew what to get, what to grab, so that their insurance money is going to cover all the losses that they weren't making during the lockdown. All these high-end luxury stores who weren't making money because people weren't going out shopping. So now the insurance money comes in and claims all of it. And they got a chance to change laws. Why San Francisco? Why Chicago? Chicago makes the majority of their money downtown. And those stores weren't being shopped at because people didn't feel safe. And if people don't feel safe, they're not going to shop. And when the pandemic was over, people weren't going back shopping as much because they're like, I'll just do it online. And they weren't really going to the stores on, what they call Magnificent Mile. Magnificent Mile has all the stores from Nike to all the luxury stores, Nordstrom's, Louis Vuitton. Disney was on that whole street. Now people are buying and shopping online. Physical locations are becoming scarce, and people are, basically losing their money. In other words, it's costing them too much money to stay on Magnificent Mile because no one's shopping. So if you know that, then you also know that these people don't care. They don't. They don't have a concern. And that's that. That's just the way they feel.
Law today, it makes retail theft a felony. It also makes it easier to prosecute thefts that occurred in one county but sold in another. Online marketplaces will also be required to gather information on people selling large amounts of items.
See? Listen closely.
State leaders passed a strategy they hope deters smashing grabs at retail stores. Governor Pritzker signed it into law today. It makes retail theft a felony. It also makes it easier to prosecute thefts that occurred in one county but sold in another. Online marketplaces will also be required to gather information on people selling large amounts of items.
This is not aimed at a low-income parent desperate to feed their child.
This is the lie.
Large amounts of items.
Start off with the lie.
This is not aimed at a low-income parent desperate to feed their child. It's not about a kid making a short-sighted mistake. This is about a multi-billion-dollar industry of organized criminals carrying out sophisticated theft operations to turn a profit on the resale market.
Last December alone, the Illinois Attorney General's Organized Crime Task Force recovered about $1 million worth of stolen items from storage units.
Now, what does this really mean? That means the materials and things that you've been buying online, people, most of it was stolen, and they were buying it online. You don't know. You're buying it online from consumer to consumer. The state wants a piece of it, and they're gonna run this operation into the ground and be able to charge people who sell a stolen item. You could be charged a very heavy penalty. San Francisco, the Neiman and Marcus stores, all those stores got all that insurance money from all these fake smash and grabs and reported theft and loss. They did nothing to protect it. Let them take it. All these luxurious stores was hit all at one time. Now, if you a major operation, would you do all of these stores at one time, you wouldn't thin it out. Because if they're trying to make it look like this is a very organized situation, this doesn't seem very organized, does it? It doesn't seem very smart, in other words, the way they're making it out to be. What's up, Kennedy? So now that we assess that it isn't smart, and the reason why smash and grabs were working when they did do it is that it would happen once every now and then. They do one big score, then they sit down and they're cool. They're not going out, oh, this night, then the next night, then the next night, then the next night. That don't sound like an operation. That sounds like people who are trying to scare people into creating laws. Because when people are scared, that's when they're at their most vulnerable. And the general public is not following this information. So they don't understand what's actually signing into place. What are you giving up? Now that this law is in place that no one's gonna fight, the smash and grab law, any petty crime now can be turned into a felony. And it's at their discretion on what they want to do. That's why he came out and said, oh, this is not going to hurt, low income families. This is exactly what it's targeted to do. To blame low income families for something that was done by the upper echelon of the food table. Now, smash and grab will be an operation where it will be statewide and you can be lapped into a gigantic RICO with another state and somewhere else. Why? Because San Francisco, they want to clean that area up. They want to make it nice so people could feel safe. Chicago want people back shopping downtown. You make a big splash like this, sign this law, saying that this will happen to you, you'll be charged a felony, then people feel safe to go back downtown. Yeah, we're gonna talk about the Milwaukee situation later, and you'll learn why I just came out the hospital. All of these things is gonna be on the Patreon. So I want to just keep you guys informed what's going on in the know. Don't fall for it. This law will be passed state to state. Illinois just the first on the gun. I'm out.